Hey guys, hey, how's everyone doing? It's Tuesday night and I am so sorry it's so late. It is just a full day and we're getting back into school, and we head back to school night tonight for my baby, Caleb. He's gonna be in pre-K. So I told Mason tonight, it's just crazy thinking that he's my youngest and he's gonna be in school 4 days a week. But anyways, that's where I was at tonight, so I had to push this back a little bit. So I'm going to talk color matching tonight. I'm sorry, I'm not talking color matching tonight. I will color match you anytime you would like to be color matched, but I am talking color correcting tonight. So not color covering, but color correcting. There's a difference. So if you're unfamiliar with Seint real quick, these are the palettes. We have the 410 palette. For those of you that already have your palettes and already know all about this, here's your time to go grab your coffee. So here's the 410 palette. Here is a double decker. So this is a little bit bigger. This holds 8 tins. And this is the 1210 palette. So you can fit 6 of the regular size tins up here, and you can fit 6 of the regular size tins down here, or you can do 12 eyeshadow colors. So the eyeshadow colors are half size. So all cream based makeup. The eyeshadows are powder, but the foundations are cream based makeup, and they are very pigmented, 35% pigmented, so a little goes a long way. You do not need a lot. We're having a brush sale right now, which is amazing. You guys, our brushes are amazing and I want all of them. But anyways, so 3D brush, buff brush, similar ends, one's bigger and one's smaller, detail brush. This is very, very good for color correcting, this side. And then this side is good for contouring. And then this is just the old version. So let's talk a little bit about color correcting. If you have melasma, age spots, sunspots, melasma, a really good color to use for that is our Bella Bronzer. So this right here is Bella Bronzer. I'll show you how to apply this to a sunspot when we get into this in just a few minutes. But this is very good to apply on a sunspot, age spot, melasma. If you have issues with rosacea, or acne, or any just pink redness in your face, you want to use something that has more of a green undertone. So it's all about like the color wheel, like one's going to cancel out the other, minimizing that color. So hey Barb, so you want to use something, if you have issues with redness, rosacea, you want to use something that has more of a green undertone, and those two colors would be Aspen or Aspen Contour. These look very different, but they both have a green undertone. So Aspen Contour, and this is our June highlight. It's one of our highlight colors, but people can use this as a color corrector for redness. So what I was saying with this Bella Bronzer, you can use Bella Bronzer for age spots. So you can use this for melasma, age spots, sunspots. This will help camouflage that color. You use these color correcting colors underneath your regular highlight color. So this makeup is all about using paint by numbers, not layering, but with color correcting, you do a little bit of layering, because you're putting a color on that color that's on your face to cancel out the color that's on your face, and then putting on your highlight color. So again, this is for like melasma, age spots, sunspots. This is Bella Bronzer. This is for, these have more of a green undertone, these two. This is June and Aspen, and those will help cancel out the redness. If you have dark circles, say like some people get like blue, like I have circles underneath my eyes here. So I pull more blue and purple under my eyes. So if you pull more blue and purple, if you have spots, you know, the older we get, the more we lose tone in our face. And so you tend to pull more blue and purple underneath your eyes as that skin is thinning out as well. And so two really, really good colors. So many people call this magic mango because it's magic. And then this is Frenchy. So this is another one of our highlight colors. So these both have orange undertones. Even though these look very different, these both have orange undertones. So Frenchy is one of the lip and cheek colors. So this is so multi-purpose. So you can use this as a color corrector under your eyes before you apply your highlight color, your brightening highlight. And then this is mango. This can be used under your eyes too if you choose this one over the Frenchy. Some people do really well with Frenchy covering their blue or purple, but some people mango works out better. And if you have more mature skin, when I color match you, I'm going to go up in color. So it may be you don't think your mango and this looks too orange for you, but it may work out well to cover your skin because it's the right color for you, believe it or not, even though you feel like you may be lighter, because it's not going to add texture. And because we don't want to add texture, we just want to make it look like a second layer of skin, just melting onto your skin and looking beautiful, like just a flawless finish, like a paintbrush finish. So I'm going to show you with what some of these colors can do. I am going to use Frenchy under one of my eyes, and I'm going to use mango under the other eye, so you can see the difference. Make sure if you use this method, like I always say, wash your hands because I don't want to encourage any of you to apply your makeup with your fingers and then your hands be dirty and you're adding bacteria and then you have a breakout and you're like, Danielle, why did you tell me to use my hands? But your finger is such a good artist tool. So we have our brushes that are on sale this week, but you can use your finger for a lot of things too, and it's free. So let's use our finger, or I'm going to use my finger. Okay, so I'm going to go in mango. I'm just going to tap it in, and I'm going to use my mirror here because it's easier to use. But I've got, I don't know if you can see it, so I've got blue right here, and I've got a dark circle there. So I am just going to tap it right on there, on that blue spot there. I can already see it's covering really well. Okay, so I get a little bit more mango. And now I'll do Frenchy on the other side so you can see it. So I've got blue right there. And I'm not using a lot. Less is more with these. Okay, so it's just melting on. I mean, it just is. Okay, so I'm just tapping that on there. So it's like my dark circle disappeared because I'm taking something that has I mean, you can still see it a little bit, but something that has an orange undertone, and I'm applying that over the blue and the purple, and it's canceling that color out. And then when I put my highlight on that, just wait, it's amazing. Okay, so I did mango on that side. I'm going to do, see that line right there? See that circle? It pulls blue and purple, especially up there. So I'm going to now take Frenchy. So Frenchy is a lip and cheek color. You can use it on your lips. You can use it as blush. It's not going to wear off throughout the day. But I'm going to take that and put that on my blue area right here. It's going to cancel out that color. It's all about color science, the color wheel. When you put something with an orange undertone on the blue, it hides it, camouflages it, minimizes it. So some people sweep. I'm not going to pull that part of my skin because it's so thin right there. It's so thin. The older I get, the more it's thinning out. Okay, so I've got mango on this side. I've got Frenchy on this side. You can still see it a little bit, but once I get my brightening highlight on, I mean, it is amazing. Okay. So see there how that is. I mean, it's just, I think probably mango is doing better for me. But Frenchy, once I apply my brightening highlight, you'll see. So if I have any areas of redness, so I pull red right here. I pull red down here. And I'm a little red on my cheeks. So let me show you what happens whenever I apply the colors with the green undertone I'm going to cover my red with. Okay, so I've got Aspen. I'm going to use on this side. Got some red right there in the corner of my nose. It's the first time I was ever like, oh, maybe I'll wake up at the breakout so I can see, so I can show you guys really well. I've never hoped for a breakout on my face, but today I was like, oh, that would be nice because then I can show them. Okay, so, but that brings me to the point of my skin tone, how well my color has evened out, how minimized my pores are now, has changed over the past 2 months from using this cleanser and the toner and the moisturizer. I'm just like amazed. I wish I would have used this a long time ago, this whole system. I always say that, but I mean, my face is so soft and the tone is great. The texture is great. I have not had a breakout. And so, not that I'm prone to those, but I definitely would get them every once in a while, and I just haven't had any. Okay, so I've got a little bit of red here. It's hard for me to tell how well you can see on the screen, but I'm doing a little bit Aspen down there, and once I put my color on, my main highlight color, you'll really be able to tell. I'm going to get a brush here. I'm going to sweep it in the Aspen. Not sweep it, I'm stippling, because you do not need a lot of this makeup. Okay, so I'm just stippling that Aspen right on that red. I can tell this side of my face is going to look better than this side because Frenchie did decent with me, but I'm going to put my brightening highlight over that. But I can tell that Mango and Aspen are where it's at for me tonight. So, okay. And then I've got a little H spot over here. So you can barely see it, but okay, that brings me to another point. You can see your flaws. You see the things that nobody else sees. So if they bother you, this makeup is great for just hiding those few places that you need color correction for. But likely nobody else is noticing. But this makeup is a game changer for just making women feel confident. I mean, having that airbrushed finish and not feeling like you're caking the makeup on, but simply feeling like you have a second layer of skin. It's amazing. So, ask me any questions if you guys have questions as I'm going along. Okay, so I've got the Aspen there. Got it there. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose because I also pull a little red on my nose. So again, if you pull red, if you have rosacea, or if you have acne, using something with a green undertone is really good. I'm going to put my hair up. Using something with a green undertone is really good and it cancels out that color. And then if you have, if you pull blue or purple in any area of your face, whenever I'm coloring matching you, I'm asking you, do you have problem areas? Do you have areas that you want to work on? Then hey Callie, then you're going to, then I'll match you to those color correcting colors. So this one is covering the blue and purple under my eyes because it has an orange color. So we're canceling out that color. Okay, so now I'm going to do, I did Frenchie over here, I did the Aspen over here. Now I'm going to show you what June looks like. So this side has Aspen contour as the color correcting color over my red. And then this side I'm going to show you, it's a little more pink red. People who have a pink, like tend to pull pink in areas, but not like full out rosacea. The makeup provides really good coverage, so you probably don't need to do any color correcting. When I color match you, I'm going to color match you to 2 different colors, a highlight and a brightening highlight, and I'll show you where you can place those, but you probably will just be fine. I mean, it has great coverage. It's very pigmented. You need just a little bit. I keep saying that, but you probably don't need a color correcting color. If you really have rosacea, or if you have acne scarring, or if you struggle with blemishes and acne right now, then a color correcting color would be really good for you. So I'm going to show you what June looks like over here. So where some of my red is, so you can see and it's not going to add texture to your face. And if you have, like, say I had a little acne spot right here, I could just take my finger and dab it on there, and then, or I can use my detail brush on the end here and dab it on there. And then whenever you apply your highlight color over it, you don't want to sweep, you don't want to do swirling motions, you want to stipple it in. Otherwise, you're going to lose everything you put on that color, on that spot where you had trouble, and pull it away. So you don't want to do that. So I have done June over here. And like I said, you don't want to layer this makeup as much as you can, but if you have problem areas, it's okay to layer. Just put on a very, very thin layer. So I'm going to do June because I pull red right there too. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what I do on the top of my eyes too. So usually, the older I get, the more red I get on my eyelids. And I have a little bit of blue and purple right on my eyelid, right where my eyelashes meet my eyelid. So I'm going to cover that just a little bit with Frenchie and then put my brightening highlight over that. So I'm just going to use my finger and just touch it into my color there. And just put it right there on the top of my eyelid, and then I'll put my brightening highlight on top of that, and that will just cancel out that that blue purple look that I have. Okay, so far this is what I've done. I had a circle under here because I have more people joining. I'm just going to fill you guys in on what's happening here. So I have blue and purple under my eye. I'm not going to remove, well, I guess I could remove it and do it again, but so I have blue and purple under there. In order to color correct that color, I have to put something that's orange, pulls orange on top of that. And the orange that I put on that side, the color that pulls orange I put on that side is mango. The one I put on this side, which I don't think is covering as well for me, but once I get my brightening highlight on, I might totally disagree with my statement, is Frenchie. So I put Frenchie over there. And then to cover rosacea or acne, you're going to want to put on something that pulls more green. So we're canceling out the red and we're putting on the green. It's all about the color wheel, color science. And so we would put Aspen contour is really good for color correcting over red. And I just forgot the name of this, and I use it every day. June. So June, that's a good time to show you. Okay, so when you get a palette, they're all magnetized. They just fit right in so beautifully, and all of them have the names of them on the back. So there's my little cheat sheet. So June is the color that I put over here. Now I'm going to go in with my regular highlight color. I will show you guys what Bella Bronzer does just ever so slightly over here because I only have one little H spot over here. I know all of you mature ladies are hating me right now for saying that, but they'll come, I'm sure. They'll come. Okay, so see how dark I put that on? So I'm just going to press that in, and I'm going to take my detail brush. This is my detail brush. It's not very dense, and I don't have product on here. I'm just pushing that in, okay? So I'm just pushing that into the side of my face there. And then once I put my highlight color over that, it's going to camouflage. It's going to be disappeared. So, okay, so I'm going to go in with my highlight color. So my highlight color, oh, these are looking so used. Okay, so this is my my double decker, my 810 double decker. So my highlight color is wheat. That is the color that works best for me. If you want to be color matched, I would love to color match you, but I highly suggest people be color matched before just buying a color, because if you have mature skin, it's best to go darker, and it's going to be intimidating in the tin, but it's because they're super pigmented. So don't be afraid of the color until you get it on and you blend it. It will blend beautifully, but some people are scared of the color at first. But if I don't color match you dark enough, then you're going to see texture, and your pores are going to be enhanced. Those are two ways that I can tell you need a darker color, is if you have texture and your pores are enhanced. If I color match you and you pull yellow, then we need to go lighter on the colors. So mine is wheat, so I'm gonna take my 3D brush and I'm just stippling it in there. So far I have my Bella bronzer on. I have what's correcting my blue and purple under my eye. I have Frenchie on this side and Mango on this side, my Magic Mango. And then I am just stippling this, and I'm not gonna sweep it because I'm gonna move all of that Bella bronzer off if I sweep it away. Hi Dee! You guys let me know if you have any questions at all. Okay, let me show you really quick too. I have red right here. I'm gonna use my Aspen, which is actually a contour color. I never know how to say that. Contour. I really emphasize that, or contour. My contour color is Aspen, and so I'm just gonna take my hand in that, my finger, and just put that on that red. See how that just cancels that out? So I no longer have that red right there. And I'm gonna put my highlight color over it. I have too many palettes going. Okay, so I am just putting that right there. This is how you get the airbrush finish too. I am taking away all those troubled spots, all those blemishes that I have, and canceling those colors out and applying my highlight color. And again, one more time. My skin did not look like this a couple months ago. It's because I started using my skincare system with Seint. I almost said 3D. Brings me to another point. This is 3D makeup. So gone are the days of one foundation color, layering that on, and then layering your blush on, and layering your contour on, and then you look like you just, put your face in a bunch of makeup. This is all going to look like a second layer of skin. Okay, so I'm stippling that on. I'm not sweeping it. Okay, I'm also gonna put that right here. This is my wheat. This is my main highlight color. And now I'm starting to cover over those areas where I did some color correction. Not up here. So I'm trying to look in my mirror too. I hope you guys can see this okay. Like I said, if you have questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so this is my 3D brush. I just flipped it over to the more narrow side. And on this side, I'm going to apply my brightening highlight color, which is Aura. And I'm putting this over the Mango. So you generally don't want to layer this makeup unless you have to do some color correcting first. But look, I had that dark circle under my eye and it's pretty much gone. It's amazing. Okay, hey Candace. Okay, so now this, I've never used my detail brush to apply my brightening highlight, but tonight is the night. Okay, so I'm applying this over Frenchie. It kind of looks like I have an infection in my eye or something, but it's just because I put that Frenchie on that circle. Okay, so I had I pulled blue and purple under my eye right there. I'm just pushing this in. I don't really like using this brush for under my eye. I'm deciding right now. I like my 3D brush. Maybe because it's what I'm used to. And I'm picking up so little, you guys, so little. I'm not putting much on, so I'm not going to walk away looking like I have added texture to my face. Okay, I put some Aspen up here, and normally this is where I would put my brightening highlight anyway. So that's a point too I want to mention. So with Seint, these are called highlights. It's like your foundation color and your concealer. So a lot of people think if you have dark circles under your eyes, you need to put a concealer or a light color on those dark circles, but that's just going to enhance the look of those dark circles, enhance the look of your fine lines and wrinkles, because as the day goes on, usually those concealers are not cream based, what do I want to say, liquid. And so as the day goes on, they're not moving with your face. They're absorbing into your skin, and they're lifting, and they're not going to stay where you put them. And so you're going to find that those they're either going to enhance your wrinkles or you just have those circles there again. So that's why I love cream too, because it's just, well, it's just amazing. It stays on all day and it stays where you put it. One thing I forgot to mention, if you're doing color correcting, before you apply your main highlight color, use your perfector sponge. This perfector sponge with Seint is amazing. If you don't have a perfector sponge, go get one at Walgreens or wherever if you want to pay for one that's cheaper. But I highly suggest investing in a perfector sponge from Seint. This thing is amazing, and you can wash it, I don't know, like once a month in warm water and Dawn dish soap, and just let it soak and make sure you wring it out. But anyway, in between my layers, I dampen this. I squeeze all the water out so there's no water in it, and I press the makeup into my skin. It's going to, you have to make sure you get all the water out or else it's going to pull your makeup off. But make sure that you get the water out, press it into your skin. It's going to pull off any excess before you apply your regular highlight color. So now all of these are full coverage. They're all foundations. So that's why it's a paint by numbers. So these are going to provide coverage as well as this, as well as my lip and cheek. So I'm going to go in with my detail brush for my contour. And I've got all my highlight on now. And then I'm going to dab my detail brush. I'm getting it just on the end there, and I'm going to do a line. Another thing about these, you will use all of this. So you're not going to waste any product like you used to, and if your foundation was in like a tube and you can't get it all out, you can warm these up a little bit. Some people warm them up on the stove. I haven't done that, but you can use your blow dryer and warm them up as you've just got a little bit left in the corners, so you can get it all out. But the contour is pretty dense, pretty stiff, so you kind of have to work it there for a little bit. I'm just doing a line there. My contour is going in the natural area where I would have a shadow. And I do the same on this side. And it's going to provide more of a shadow in the area where I would want to shadow my face. So as we age, we lose tone in our face, volume. So this is going to give my face the look of a facelift. And then I'm going to put it up here. You can use your finger. I suggest when you're first starting out, use your finger because you have more control with that than with your brushes. Everybody tends to like a different brush because everybody has a different strength in their hand. And so I like the 3D brush, but it's also a brush I can use to build on, build my foundation. So if you, the buff brush provides a really good coverage, full coverage, so people like that, but I like the 3D brush probably the best. So I've got my contour. I'm going to go back with my detail brush, and I'm going to go right down here. This is providing a shadow, especially as women age. If you have jowls here, if you're starting to get jowls here and this is dipping down, this can give you a shadowing effect to make it look more like a straight line and define where your neck and your jaw ends and begins. So this is just put it right under. And we all have a natural shadow here, so you can go back just a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna put a little bit more contour. I can tell I'm getting towards the end of my contour because it's pretty stiff. Okay. You can always add more. Less is more, but you can always add more. Okay. So you don't want to come in any further than the end of your eye. Okay, so like right there. Okay, and now I'm going to do, I think I'll do nude with, I've been liking this buff brush a lot, and this end I've been using for the lip and cheek or the blush. I'm just placing it right there above the contour. So this video really has been about color correcting, and I'll do a review at the end about what I said, so you don't forget. Okay. So this color is Nude that I'm putting on my face. This is really, I don't know what it is about this brush. It's so dense and so soft. It kind of feels like a massage. Okay. And again, like I said at the beginning, your finger is a great tool to use as well when you're applying your makeup. Okay. So now I'm going to blend out, marry my contour up here with my highlight. I still have not done the highlight on my eyelids yet. Okay, so I'm going to use my brightening highlight. I keep switching brushes and getting myself confused. Sorry, guys. Okay, so my brightening highlight I'm going to use in my T-zone and down the center of my face. So I think I already put some there. I'm going to put this down the bridge of my nose. It's like an exclamation point. Do a dot and then down the center of your nose. Your Cupid's bow and chin. Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of layering in this video, which feels weird because I don't normally layer. So I'm bringing the attention, it's three-dimensional makeup, so I'm shadowing in these areas and bringing the attention to my eyes and the front of my face. Okay, so my red areas are gone. I put Aspen there and then I put my highlight color there. And I mean, it's like an airbrush finish. I'm telling you, it's amazing, amazing makeup. Okay, so Bella bronzer, I used over here in this sunspot that you can barely see now. And then I use, well, let me finish. I'm just getting distracted. Sorry, guys. Ask me questions if you have questions. I am using my brightening highlight on my eyelids here to even out that color. Also makes my eye really bright because I'm using my brightening highlight. Okay. And then I'll use my eyeshadow up there. But I wanted to show you Bella bronzer. So I just got this Bella bronzer and everybody raved about it. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm sure it's nice. It's amazing. Now I need the blush and bronzer brush. But this Bella bronzer, okay, so I'm stippling my brush in there. I'm going to wipe it on my hand here. You probably can't see that, but I'm going to work off of my hand there. And you just, contour provides shadow. Bronzer is going to warm up your face. So it's really nice to use in the winter too because you're not getting much sun, but you can just put it over your blush there. Oh yeah, so it's going to work off my hand there. It's just bringing warmth to my face. It's going to bring warmth up here, and you do not need much at all. So you can kind of see I'm just swirling it around. It's just truly making my face warm. And then I'm going to do it down here. Some people have kind of a different color on their face than they have on their neck, so this is a good way to marry the two. Okay, now quickly, because I know this video is getting really long because I talk too much. Okay, I'm going to use this. This is my Perfector sponge. It's dampened. I'm just pressing ever so lightly on my face, getting the excess makeup off, and then I'm going to put my powder. If you pull more oily, don't be scared of this makeup. You can use this makeup. It's just the pH of your skin is out of balance. And this makeup will help lock in the moisture and your body will not be in overdrive. It's kind of like how hairstylists always say, don't wash your hair every day. But you're like, I have to wash my hair every day because it's so oily. Well, it's oily because you're pulling all those oils out every day. It's kind of like that with makeup. So with makeup, you don't want to you don't want to use powder or liquid foundations too much, because then it just sets on your face and it can it's not providing any moisture. So with creams, it's going to lock in the moisture, it's going to bring your pH back to a normal level, and then you can use this makeup for a couple weeks with powder, and then you'll find you probably don't need the powder anymore. I use powder under my eyes because with mascara sometimes you can have drippings from your mascara under your eyes, but I don't really need the powder. So you can use the powder and then a setting spray. I just use my perfector sponge, and then I'm going to use my powder and then my illuminator, do my eyes, and we'll call it a night. I'm sorry, I'm so wordy. Okay, so I am going to put my powder here. Hey, Barbara. Okay. Got a little something there. Okay. So really, that brightening highlight did cover really well over that Frenchie. I think I still like Mango better, but Frenchie worked well too. So I'm gonna do my eyes. Chai is going on first. And then I take all this makeup off and go to bed. Okay. There's Chai, and then I'm just going to use 3 colors. I'm using Philly, Chai, and Angel's Landing. Well, I might use one more, my favorite. I'll tell you what it is. It's a glittery one. I'm doing a V right here, and then I'll blend it in with the other side of my brush. Then I'll do my Angel's Landing. This, the Philly works great to line under your eyes too. So I'm doing a really, really quick eyeshadow application. And if any of you watched my video the other day, I said I can't wink. So all these cute little makeup artists that wink and do their eyes, I can't wink. It's just not in my traits. So my favorite probably eyeshadow is called Soulmate, and that's what I'm putting in the corner of my eye here. And using your finger. Use your finger, guys. It's your best tool. Okay, so I've got that on my eyes, and then I'm going to use my illuminator. I know I've covered a lot of different things, and I just moved my illuminator into a different palette so I can find it. Okay, so illuminator, I'm going to put right up here where I want some natural light to catch. Oh, Chai is one of my favorite too, girl. I love it. Okay, thank you. You're so sweet. Okay, so I'm going to put this right on top of my eyebrows on this part of my face. Sorry, I'm trying to go quick now. And on my chin, down the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow. Okay, and then my lipstick, and then I would do a setting spray, and then I would be done. Okay, you know what I might do? I might do Frenchie. I've never done Frenchie on my lips. Oh, but I like it. Okay. Ooh, I really like French. I don't know. Maybe it's a little too light for me. That's the fun thing about getting multiple colors. I'm going to mix Frenchie with Ruby, because that's bright pink. This is Ruby. Right here. Oh yeah, I like that mixed together. Okay, I'm gonna add just a little bit of mascara and then I'll be done. So in review, what I did was actually I can't talk and do my mascara. Hang on just a second. Okay, so I talked about color correcting tonight. So what I talked about, to sum it up, is that if you have rosacea or acne, blemishes, if you have maybe just some more pink on your face, but you feel like you need a little bit of color correcting before you put on your highlight color, then you want to use something that pulls more, like has more of a green undertone. So you want to use Aspen, or you want to use June. And if you have like dark circles, like I have the blue and the purple under your eyes, like I pull blue really, really dark, like right here in the corner of my eyes, then I'm going to use something that has more of an orange undertone. So you can use Frenchie or Mango. I used Mango on this eye and Frenchie on this eye. They both turned out well. I'll blend that in a little bit. They both turned out well. So, and then if you have melasma, age spots, sunspots, using a Bella bronzer around that area can really camouflage that. And I have one down here, but you can barely see it. And this makeup is so good for one layer, but if you need to do some color correcting, it's okay to do a layer, do your color correcting, and then put your main makeup on top of it. But make sure you use your beauty blender in between so you pull off any excess, because you don't want to pull texture. You don't want to add texture to your face. What else was I going to say? I forget. What questions do you guys have? Do you have any questions? I feel like I talked a lot. And, okay. Let me know if you want to be color matched. I would love to color match you. I love this makeup. I've worn it for over a year. And it's, I've never worn makeup that stays on this well. So some people put their setting spray on first with their beauty blender or their perfector sponge. Put it on first, and then put their makeup on, and then use their setting spray after they pull their excess makeup off with this at the end. Some people just use powder to set it. I use powder to set it. I don't use a setting spray, but it's all your personal preference. So, but just know, when I show you these compacts, I'm not showing you the colors you're going to get. This compact is going to be customized for you. So I'm gonna look at all the colors in your face. So none of us have all the same color in our face. We usually have 2 or 3 colors, and I'm gonna ask you if you have any areas that you want to be color corrected, and so I'll work with that too. But I'm gonna look at the darkest part of your face, and I'm gonna figure out what your color is. And then usually the lip and cheeks people like to pick out on their own because they're so fun. There's so many. And then your contour color, whether you pull more warm or cool, I'll help you decide your contour color as well. So, and then there's so many other amazing things too. But last but not least, our brushes are on sale. Our brushes are amazing, and they can all be used for different reasons. And some people prefer one over the other. I prefer the 3D brush all the way. I love my 3D brush. I love that they're white, like I said the other day on my video, versus the older ones. The older ones are darker, but the whiter ones you can tell when they need to be cleaned a lot better. So, and then you can clean them with your cleansing spray and just spray it on a paper towel. And in case you missed my video yesterday, just spray it on a paper towel. Not in your face like I just did. And then swirl it around to get your brush clean. And then this paper towel was completely clean, and now it has this on it. And just do this once a week, because the more you go without cleaning your brushes, the more you might be adding bacteria to your face, causing blemishes and breakouts. And you help the longevity of your brush if you clean it as well. And if you don't clean it, you're not going to get the coverage, and you're not going to get the color that you're hoping for. So, yes, I totally agree. I just got that color, except for it's in my other compact in my purse right now. My favorite lip and cheek color right now is Sangria. If you've not tried Sangria, it's beautiful. So here's the problem right now. I have too many compacts. Look at this. This is crazy, crazy, crazy. I need to just turn these in for a really, really big one. But I'm realizing I need to just get the really big compact instead of having all these little ones. So this is a really, really pretty color too. But the lip and cheeks, yes, that's next on your list. The lip and cheeks, some are satin, some are semi-gloss. And gloss, so you just want to make sure, some are more pigmented, so just make sure you know what you're getting. Some, it won't look like that color. It's more of a, I don't know, it pulls more pink, I feel like. So, it also depends on your skin tone. It's just not that bright red vibrant. So some people are scared of it, but I love this color. So anyways, let me know if you have any questions. I've talked way too long. Let me show you my makeup. So see those, it's hard for me to look at that and look at this. See those circles that were under my eyes are no longer there. So anyway, all right. Well, you guys have a good night. Thanks for joining me.